Let's talk about the Nokia 6.1 or Nokia 6 2018 again. So we have seen the complete review, the unboxing, camera comparison, speed test. So with some of the popular devices like the Redmi. So today we are going to see some of the best tips and tricks or some kind of tweaks that you can make to this Nokia devices, and you can make this device more functional. Now stock Android, yeah, this is Android one device. There is nothing too much to show you, like there is a MIUI ROM, there's a hell lot of customization, but here just the basic things which you should be needing to get your job done. And still there are many things that are tweaked here. Some things are enabled by default, so you should be disabling those things, and some things are disabled, you should enable those things. And also, since this is the amongst the very few devices which is still running the latest Android 8.1.0, so we are going to see some of the basic important features like the picture-in-picture mode and the smart text selection, autofill service, how to use that thing, so pretty much everything, and some small battery customization tips and tricks. So let's just start and see all the best tips and tricks for the Nokia 6.1 2018. All the stock phones, whether it is Android one or whether it's Pixel phone, they come with a default Pixel launcher. Even the closed stock client phones, they come with a Pixel launcher. So this is amongst the most popular stock launcher. I did have shown you most of the videos about that. Even I'm using stock launchers on all the phones. It is simple, but it is not great, but it is highly stable. But it does have one of the coolest feature called as a Android Oreo adaptive icon features, which means you can actually change the shape of the icon, not the icons pack. You can change the shape of the icons. You can have spherical, tear down, square pack, whatever you want. But somehow if this feature is disabled on your phone, just try to enable the developer option. You should be seeing this option on your stock launcher 3 settings then. And most of the stock phones, they are known to give the great battery backup because there is no services running on the background that can consume the battery like on the Samsung phones. But it depends on the applications too. If you have installed any application which is constantly running in the background, consuming data, your internet, so it could be consuming a lot of the batteries. But the Nokia phones, they come with a very excellent solution known as a background activity manager. So here in summary, you can actually control in one single place which application do you really want to run in the background. You can do the same with the stock phones too, one by one, but here you are getting collective options. For example, Twitter and the YouTube Studio is most important for me. I want them to run in the background, so they are running in the background. Say I want to run 3 applications in the background, it shows me 3 applications being allowed to work on the background. You can exactly control which application you actually want to run in the background. It's very nice solution. Okay, that is why Nokia phones are still giving one of the best battery backup amongst all the stock phones. Even you can just count any Android phone, they are the best in the battery backup as of now. Ambient display is now very popular. Always on display now came to the Pixel phones, LG phones, Samsung phones. Most of the phone manufacturers, they are giving this feature. Some phones give the ambient display feature, which I really like a lot. So Nokia phones also gives you such kind of feature, but they are not just very cool like you see on the for example OnePlus phone. But still you can just tweak them a little bit, whatever you want. But these things consume battery, let me tell you. So try to use it at your own risk. And also they do give you some features like once you lift your phone, you will see some notifications like that if you get any notification. So depends on your application, you may see a different color. For example, Twitter is blue, Instagram may be red, something like that. And this is one of the good feature that people really underrated, and I will request you guys to use it because in a research survey, smartphones addicted peoples are are getting sleep less disorder. That means they're not getting proper sleep. So try to use night light, that means add a blue light filter. This will definitely help you to get better sleep in the night. It's a good feature. And how to use it, best way is to just use from sunrise to sunset. It's a nice thing. Once it is sunset, it will just turn on the sunrise, it will just turn off. Very nice feature. Do try to use it, highly recommended. Not sure which is first on that, but the Nokia phones are amongst the first to bring this double tap to wake feature. Again, it's one of the coolest feature of the Lumia phones, but now it is came back to the Nokia phones. Even so many manufacturers nowadays, this feature is there, but the Nokia phones do give this feature. It is very simple feature. You can just simply unlock your phone. I don't have any password, so it's not asking, otherwise you can just see any notifications that go to the display setting. You can see just beneath to the ambient display you have tap to wake feature, but it's gonna take battery, so use it with your sense. Stock phones comes with a default storage manager, which I believe is very nice because if you're a very pro user, it happens. We do install application, we do copy phones, film videos, but we simply forgot. So with this free space manager, your phone can by default itself cleans the unnecessary files, whatever you set, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, from the photos and all the applications. It even shows you exactly number of days, how long back you did you use that application, install it, what time this video is filmed. If you really don't want them, you can simply clean them in a very nice way. Now, as I mentioned, stock phones don't offer a lot of gestures, but some gestures features are given to you, like some call some camera action, some fingerprint swipe actions. So this feature first came on the original Pixel from the Android 7.1.2 I guess, but due to the odd fingerprint placement of the Nokia 6.1, it's really difficult to use it. But in case you wanted to use it, just use it. Also, like we have seen on the ambient display, there is a lift to check feature. You can just lift up your phone and can see notifications, but you cannot see all the notifications. Some limited set of applications are there. And there is one new feature called as a navigation with the gestures. So in short, you can just get a replacement for your navigation bar on the screen using the fingerprint sensor like you do have in the Moto phones, like the Moto E earlier. But somehow it is not working on my phone. I'm really sorry. I tried my best. If you know the solution how to get this thing work, I will be happy to try that. Please let me know on the Twitter at @JSupport, or you can just comment me down here. Really sorry guys, not working for me. Just showing you it is there on your Nokia 6.1. Now this comes one of the coolest feature of the Android Oreo, the autofill service by the Google. So in short, it is your default stock Android password manager. It needs Android Oreo and it needs the same Google account. So here is the thing. If you use this feature on your older Android Oreo device and you have saved some credentials, your username and password, once you switch to the new device, it's gonna save this thing and it's not going to ask to type the password and username again. It will simply show you here you have used this username password earlier, just select from there. One of the coolest feature I will say that it's the same thing you see in the browsers like the Mozilla Chrome, do you want to save password? Yes, it is nice feature and it is good. It is trusted by the Google. It's okay. I'm using this feature almost on all the Android Oreo devices. I just don't have to remember password things. Just be sure it is enabled and just select it as Google. It's good thing. This is again highly popular feature of the Android Oreo, picture-in-picture mode. You guys know about that. I made a lot of videos how to enable this thing, all this thing. Just showing you again. In summary, this allows you to use more than one application at the same time. This is only possible if you just use some floating kind of thing. So this is how picture-in-picture mode works. And just to tell you, it's not working for all the application. It needs to be implemented by your application developer. Otherwise, it won't work that, because Android itself gives you feature, but application developers need to implement that thing. So just go to your phone setting and be sure to see what are the applications supported there. Just search picture in the capital P. You will see picture-in-picture. Here you can see among the installed application which one has a picture-in-picture mode support. But here in the India, YouTube Red is not there. So YouTube you cannot use in the picture-in-picture mode. So you have to use Chrome to play the video in the picture-in-picture mode. I'm just going to show you in the pip mode how to use that on the Chrome. And just load your website or the YouTube page where you want to play video. Make sure to use this on the desktop mode, that is desktop site should be checked. Then play the video you want to play that and just play on the full screen mode, right, like that. Just bring back your home button, just click it there and you will see your video is now being played in the picture-in-picture mode. So enjoy this feature on your Nokia 6.1. very nice feature and it's good. Another thing is a smart text selection. So in the summary, let me tell you an example. I was looking for some number. If you guys are looking for some kind of information, you got your number and till now what you have to do, either you will write the number on the paper pen or you will just try to memorize it. If you're very sharp, you can just type on the single shot. I'm not very super sharp, so I need to just look back a couple of times just to make sure number is correct or not. So that's how most people should work. So Google has a good solution for this called as a smart text selection. So the idea is that you just have to select any text. Google will try to understand what is that text, and based on that selected text, it will just figure out what is that. Since this is phone number, as a best, it will show you you should want to open that on the phone dialer. You don't need to remember and copy paste here again. You can simply dial it, save it. Another instance, I have a Play Store application URL, any app URL. I just selected that. It knows that you can download the application from the Play Store, so it showed me the Play Store shortcut. I can click and open the Play Store from there. Just saying, for an instance, you can try on any other applications too. This is YouTube video URL. So obviously you're going to play that on the YouTube application itself, not on the Chrome browser. So it shows me a shortcut to the YouTube application. You can directly open there and you can play there. Just try any of the chatting messenger. Just try to copy or select any text. It will show you the best possible application which is responsible for that. This is again very cool feature, came back first time on the on the Google I/O 2017. So it again need to be developed by, supported by application manufacturer. The idea is that if any application shows as instant app on the Google search, that means you can just try the application without even downloading and installing that. It can save a lot of data and the space for you if you're running out of them. But you have to just make sure inside this Google setting, be sure this feature should be turned on inside this Google and instant application. Use the same Google account that you have earlier. Just type any application name. There are just a couple of them only, not all of them. so you can just visualize the complete application. You don't need to install it. Some features may not be working there because it needs obviously your complete Android. Just try to feel that application. If it is there, you can just try that. If you like that application, obviously go download and buy it, install it. Again, very nice solution from the Google, just to save a lot of time and internet. A few customization tip. Lock screen messages are very good. Some phones give you on the lock screen message, some gives you on the ambient display, some gives you on the always on display, like on the Galaxies. Nokia phones, they also don't give you here on the ambient display. That's what I mentioned earlier, it is not very good ambient display, but still you can add on the lock screen. You can just go to the lock screen preference, you can just go and customize here like that. You can see that's how it should come on your phone. And here is again simple tip. Stock phones by default, they don't have the battery percentage shown there. Till the Android Nougat 7.1 beta 2, it was as a part of the system UI tuner, but from the Android Oreo 8.0, actually I'm cooking something, so it came back to the as a system setting on the battery. You can just go to the battery setting, you can see the battery percentage, just see there and just enable the battery percentage. Good and small tip just to see there. Now let's talk about the screenshot capture feature. So till now most of the ROMs, they have this feature in different way, either gestures, either direct shortcut. Like the OnePlus, they have the 3 finger gestures in most of the ROMs too. The traditional way is to use keys, which is not safe, it's a pain in the fingers to do that. But the good thing is that from the Android Oreo 8.0, this thing is built-in, but the Nokia is very advanced on that. They added that at the quick settings, and I believe it is more good because using the gestures is gonna take a lot of battery. With a direct quick toggle on the quick settings, it's very nice to take a screenshot. Here is a small battery tip for you. After using this device for 7 days, I realized that my phone has an NFC turned on, so it's not showing in the status bar. Maybe some kind of bug, so be sure to check that all the communication things like Bluetooth, NFCs and extra Wi-Fi thing are turned off. So NFC is going to consume a lot of battery, so be sure to turn it off. This feature is there on your Nokia 6.1. Go to the network and preference. Also be sure to check that your open network notification is turned off, otherwise it's gonna take a lot of batteries in searching for the network. So we have seen almost all the best features of this device. Still, I guess many of them are left. If it is there, so do let me know in the comment. And these tips are going to work on all the ranges of the Nokia phones, like in case you carry the Nokia 8, the older 6.6 2017 model, or the Nokia 7 Plus, pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll talk to you very soon. Till then, have a great day.